Welcome into another video. This time we're going over that AFC West depth charts. I hope you enjoy. Let's go over to the AFC West now. We're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs here. And there's a lot of offense and fantasy football to be had with this team. Marcus Valdes-Scantling, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore. I do like the rookie wide receiver Rashee Rice that they got. I think he can develop into being the #1 wide receiver for Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, they could possibly repeat. Who knows? They have a very good team. They've got a pretty deep team too. I even like Richie James down wide receiver they got over from the Giants. He looked good when he played for the Giants. So there's some good serviceable passing options for Patrick Mahomes here. Sky Moore, if you can continue to develop. Kadarius Toney, if you can just stay out of injury proneness, we would be okay with that. So Patrick Mahomes, he's definitely the quarterback to be here. There's no competition whatsoever there. Probably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Slinging the ball all over the place, and that's because he's got Travis Kelce at tight end. Now, if you guys are playing in a dynasty league, look at Noah Gray. Noah Gray could be an option later on. Travis Kelce is going to retire, and when he does, it's going to be Noah Gray's team, right? Noah Gray will be the new Travis Kelce, or at least technically he should be the new Travis Kelce. So if you're looking at a deep dynasty team, swoop up Noah Gray. You might be happy whenever Kelce does end up retiring here in a few years, because Patrick Mahomes is going to be throwing the ball, and you already see how Travis Kelce does. So at running back, we got Isaiah Pacheco, Jarrett McKinnon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire was drafted to be the guy. Now he's already fallen to the third on the depth chart. And I do like a rookie running back they got here, Deneric Prince. Somebody to keep an eye on. He could possibly take over for that second down, or the second running back role, right behind Isaiah Pacheco. But Pacheco came in last season. He did phenomenal for this team. He did a really, really good job. And I'm excited to see what he can do this season. Travis will never retire like his brother. You never know. I mean, Travis Kelce, I think he knows his window is now. His time to win is now with Patrick Mahomes. And the longer he stays in the league, the more opportunity he has to win these Super Bowls and become, or be considered as one of the greatest tight ends of all time. So I think he wants to sit there and he wants to rack up some numbers to set some records. So I do believe in that as well. So the next team in the AFC West we're going to talk about here is going to be the Chargers. Now the Chargers is quite an interesting team we can talk about here. So wide receivers, Mike Williams, they got and Keenan Allen. The problem with these two wide receivers, they don't just stay healthy. They can just stay healthy, be solid, but they knew they didn't stay healthy very well, so they had to grab two wide receivers, and then both from TCU, Quentin Johnson and Darius Davis. Both wide receivers, I think, can come in and make an immediate impact in 2023. Let's look at the other guys, Jalen Guyton and Joshua Palmer. I do like Joshua Palmer. I think he's a very good wide receiver as well. So I think they're loaded at the wide receiver position as long as they can stay healthy. Injuries is the biggest problem with this team. At tight end, Gerald Everett, Donald Parham. I do like this set of tight ends. I think they're fine with that. Justin Herbert's young quarterback, still developing. He is a touchdown slinger. So I do like the rookie quarterback, Max Duggan. He was one of my sleeper quarterbacks before I knew his landing spot. Now he's going to have no opportunity to play behind the Chargers. So maybe he can get some good reps in here in preseason, go into a different team that needs a quarterback. I do like Max Duggan, just not on the Chargers. So at the running back position is kind of interesting. I thought they were going to draft or try to get Bijan Robinson if they could, or get one of these top tier, maybe Jahmyr Gibbs or something. Ended up not drafting a wide receiver. So Austin Eckler will be the lone running back yet again, even though he requested a trade in the offseason. I think this is the last season that Austin Eckler will be with the Chargers, and then they'll move on. Behind him, Joshua Kelly and Isaiah Spiller. Nothing really to write home about, nothing to be excited about. I would not draft any of these guys for fantasy football. Just focus on Austin Eckler. So the next team for the AFC West we're going to talk about is going to be the Raiders. Now, the Raiders, they moved on from Derek Carr, but now they got in Jimmy Garoppolo, another good quarterback that they can hopefully give fantasy relevance to, right? At the wide receiver position, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Meyer, and Hunter Renfrow. Good wide receivers there. I know a lot of people like the Trey Tucker, the rookie wide receiver they got. I'm not a fan of Trey Tucker. I think just stay away from this guy. Keelan Cole, decent fourth round or fourth type of wide receiver there, and Philip Dorsett as well. At tight end, Austin Hooper, OJ Howard was going to be the tight end until they drafted Michael Mayer. So I think Michael Mayer will end up being the bona fide #1 tight end there. Heard rumors Brady might buy a stake in the Raiders. I believe I think he already has bought into the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. Or yeah, I did hear the rumors, whether or not he is or not. I do look forward to him probably being a part of the Raiders owner. I think it's a dream come true for Tom Brady. He's always wanted to be a team owner. I think he should. I think he's got the smarts to do that. But yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo, and then they got a quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. A rookie quarterback could possibly develop and eventually take over for Garoppolo. But I think Aiden O'Connell, he has to work on his progressions and things like that. But if he can get that under control, I think Jimmy Garoppolo, he can replace him eventually and be the new quarterback for the Raiders. So talking about the running back position here, Josh Jacobs, he was the NFL rushing leader last year. I think he proved a lot of people wrong, including the Raiders. The Raiders were ready to move on from Josh Jacobs, and it just didn't happen because he showed that he can play football. So a lot of people were big on Zamir White coming in and being the #1 running back last year, and Josh Jacobs like, no sir, you're not taking my job. So, and then Brandon Bolden, Amir Abdullah, a lot of other little running backs here, a lot of people just stay away from in fantasy football. So let's go ahead and talk about the next team in the AFC West. And we're talking about the Denver Broncos. A lot of changes with the Broncos here with Sean Payton come over as the head coach there. Looking at the wide receivers, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, and Tim Patrick. They did get the rookie over there, Marvin Mims. I believe Marvin Mims will end up taking over Tim Patrick's role and being a top 3 wide receiver for this team. Marcus Callaway was with the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton brought him over from the Saints along, and then they also have KJ Hamler as the 6th wide receiver on this team. Looking at the tight end, a sleeping tight end that I do like is Greg Dulcich. The dude has some hands. He's got some athleticism for how big he is. I think he's going to have a really good season this year. Sean Payton does like using the tight end position, so Greg Dulcich in a good opportunity to be successful. Russell Wilson is the quarterback, but I just don't think Sean Payton is sold on Russell Wilson right now. They did grab Jarrett Stidham, and Jarrett Stidham, he's a good quarterback as well. So Russell Wilson, I think he's going to be walking on eggshells, but I think he's going to have every opportunity to succeed here. I think he does get back to fantasy relevance this season, just with Sean Payton being kind of in the house here. Another, I wanted to backtrack too against at the tight end position, talking about Greg Dulcich. They ended up grabbing Adam Troutman from New Orleans as well. Sean Payton ended up getting his old tight end back. So he's somebody to look at as well. I don't think he's going to take over Greg Dulcich's job, but he might be fantasy relevant as a flex starter if you need him later on in the league. I think he'll have some opportunities every game. Looking at the running back position, Javonte Williams, can he stay healthy? We're not sure. But he's rumored to possibly be ready for week 1, but we don't know if he's going to be there week 1. If he doesn't, it's going to be Samaje Perine show. So Samaje Perine should come in. He was very serviceable when he played for the Bengals, and he backed up for Joe Mixon. So they also got Tony Jones Jr., who also played for the New Orleans Saints with Sean Payton. So just some players you want to look at for that. But that definitely sums up the AFC West. As always, thank you for watching the video as we continue to pop out weekly videos to help you best prepare for your fantasy football leagues and ultimately win a championship. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.